Okay, hi there, YouTube. We're up here. Right, we're doing like a dino thing or whatever, dingo dive. And then when that's done, we go to the next world. I don't think we finished this today. I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure on how much is left in this game, but are you saying because when you make a robot, you program it to do what you want to do? It could. That's what I'm saying. The argument could be made that humans, like, right, based on your idea.
Gotta be another one of them shimmery things around here.
Based on the idea, I remember you bringing up of like, hey, there could be a god, and the world is created in certain ways, and humans are created in certain ways, and be blah 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 or whatever. I forgot how to play with this dude. It's been a while. That the argument can be made that humans are created by something, therefore we are the version of robots, but we wouldn't know that. I'm gonna say, we're not programmed to do what God wants us to do. It's how would we know that? Oh damn, he made that over. Cool. Like, it's not like we're telling robots, hey robot. We're not programmed to do it. What do I need? Oh, I need the thing. Come here. Up there. Oh. Go up here. We can do what we want. I don't think I'm over here being able to like just grow gills like a fish. You know what I mean? I don't think we can just do anything we want. Like because if we're created in a certain way, it does. Okay. I'm trying to understand the logic that you're saying. Like, I'm not just trying to say whether or not I agree with your answer. I'm trying to also, oh goddamn, understand the logic behind what you're saying. No, not like that, but our choices we make. What do I need this for? Oi! Oh shit. The thing is that if we're created by God, and yet, like, it's easy for us to say that we automatically would have free will, because it feels nice for us to say that our decisions are just what we want them to be, that they're not built into us. What was I kind of... But we wouldn't know what God would want for us. That would be like those creators' decision. What they want for us, what they would want to build into us. I needed that still, didn't I? Well, we're about to find out I needed that still, I think. Oh, damn. Well, let's see. Oh, damn. Ah! Where are we going? Oh, shit, I need the thing. Fuck. I'm so happy I made it back. I did not expect that to happen. Want to avoid that. God damn, I did not want that happening. Did not want that happening. Based on how the conversation's going, if I'm correct, I feel like the difference we have in opinion here kind of comes from the idea that you're saying that a god would create us in a way, like you're sort of making the idea, you're kind of putting an idea of what you think a god would have created us to be, where I'm just kind of saying we can't really know that. Is that fair? Okay, there we go. We made that. Give me my checkpoint. What do I do? Oh, we come over this way. Where are you? I needed that. Okay, no I don't. Okay. Timing on that. Timing is that is needed. Oh. Up here. Go. There we are. Think you feel like getting married, you won't force people to do things you... Wait, what? You won't force people to do things you want them to do normally, just accept people that do things like joy. There are plenty of people in history who did what they could to coerce other people into marrying certain types of people. That absolutely happened. I was just trying to work out how that works with... You're kind of saying that God works in the exact same ways as human beings. I'm trying to work out the exact... Keep going! Think of it like getting married. You won't force people to do things. Go over here. Got that. Okay, there we go. Oh! Over here, what do we got? Oh, damn. Oh, I don't really want that thing. Okay, we over that. I'm just trying to God damn, I'm trying to play the game and take in what's being said. I'm gonna do them all at the same time. Let's go. Yeah, there we go, like that. Okay, move it over here. Okay. Up. Oh! Here we go. Oh, you're up there.
Time to go home.
Cool. Okay, there we are. I gotta run from the dinosaur. Oh damn. I'm trying to work out exactly how what you're saying in the last comment fully connects to everything. No, I'm saying if God forces us to do things, he wants us to do it without that's why he gives us free will. I don't think we can know what there's no way to know if a God gives us free will. Coming in there. Does someone from the 1800s, did they also have the same free will? Oh, damn. Holy crap, how am I still going? Okay, we want to go down here. Oh, we want to go over that. Jump up there, please. Oh my goodness. Oh, avoid that. Okay, I wasn't... Oh my goodness. No, crash. Holy crap, crash. Avoid that. Oh. Go here. That way. Got that. See there. Keep going, buddy. Keep going. Keep going. Avoid the dinosaurs. Avoid the dinosaur. Very good. Oh god. Okay. No, I'm saying it's got process. I'm guessing that your idea on God is that God is just a one-person type of deal, and that the actual type of creature that God is exactly as a human would be, which I also would actually be able to agree with. I think I've mentioned that. Shit! I mean, if he didn't give us free will, you think those people would still be alive if we did things he wouldn't like us to do? You could argue if we don't have free will, then what we're doing is in the idea of God. Already, that would be the idea. Who says God likes all their creation? Can I hit that thing, please? Damn it. I didn't want to hit that. I didn't want to hit that thing. Nope, I'm gonna get that. There we go. He does, not just our choices. I think we're just on a complete disagreement in that your idea of God is that you feel like you know why a God chooses what they want for their creations, and I'm just kind of here saying we have no idea. We don't really know. Like, for all we know, Earth is some elaborate TV show for, like, people in heaven or some other thing, and who knows, for some creatures, some alien creature we have no idea about. Why do you think people don't know? What? How am I meant to get over that? Okay, I just need, like... There we go, baby. Are you kidding me? You're kidding me. Oh my god. No! Oh. Why do I think people don't know? Come in here. I think our idea... Nope. Please come back, please come back. Why do I think people don't know? Part of that is based on just our Am I just speaking for myself? Ultimately, everything we're speaking on, I will always say that I'm only speaking on myself because I can't ultimately know for a certainty what other people's intentions are. So part of that is based on interactions through other human beings. That is part of it, in saying that we don't know our intentions, we don't know other people's full intentions. We can hear what people say, but there's absolutely no guarantee they're being completely honest with us. That's definitely part of it, and I'm definitely sending that over into like the God's way or something else. Come in here. God damn it. I need the right timing. Alright, just speak. I absolutely would always say, I'd always say we can only speak for ourselves. I don't think speaking on behalf of another person is actually possible, based on just how our interactions with life is. Of like, as I was mentioning that, what we were playing the other game. The thing is, people don't actually know the truth. People just go on there if they're... The thing is, people don't actually know the truth. Right, that would also mean that you wouldn't know the intentions of a creator. We just go on... People just go on if there is any contradiction. There's like always going to be a contradiction. Like, I actually... Okay, I'm about to, like, say words that I'm hoping connect and make sense. Because we don't know, I don't have a full... I'm not... It's not even, like, saying we don't know the intention. Doesn't mean I'm saying, like, the idea of... I'm trying to put thoughts together. The idea of saying that we would know what God's intention or other people's intentions are is we would have to know full certainty. The idea of saying not knowing is the idea of saying that we don't have full certainty. So by me saying we don't know the intentions of what a creator of the world would have, and intentions of anything else, is based on saying that we don't have full certainty. I think that's right. Damn. Like, how do you know you breathe air if you don't see it? I don't know. I'm just told it's air. I don't have any idea. I'm just kind of told that. And I just go with it because I can't be bothered thinking otherwise. That's pretty much it. Damn it. Nope. That actually would have been like a good jump. Ah. Coming over here. Oh, come on. I knew I should have jumped. You don't seek God or know his intention, yet you don't believe what people tell you is true? Oh, yet I don't believe what wait. I don't see... Okay, so what you're saying is like a basis on what you think I'm believing. Okay, I had to like understand that part though. I don't see God or know his intention, yet you don't believe what people tell you is true. I don't think there is a thing as truth. Which is definitely goddamn like objective truth. I think we like create situations, like you kind of have to like math, it's not ultimately real. You kind of have to make the standard first. It's kind of built within a subjective standard. So like the idea of proof, that's a whole thing. Yeah. Go. Okay, I need to be able to go. Oh my god! Oh my god, no, I was right there. It's true, your heart pump blood, right? Based on what I'm hearing, based on things I hear, I suppose so. But that's also based on a subjective idea of what it means for something to be blood, doesn't it? Our idea of what blood is could ultimately change just based on, I don't know, someone decides there's a better way to define what blood is. I don't like that. Oh! Like the idea of heart pumping blood, there's all subjective terms that you have to be able to create first, to then be able to define what all those things mean. So then, within that standard, then you're able to say, oh, well, this thing's right? It was like, yes, but there's a whole process before that. Come down. Have to be able to get this. Have to be able to get this. Why? I pressed the wrong button again. It's true I'm playing a game, right? Well, based on the definitions of what a game is, I would suppose so, but it also depends on the term of what it means for something to be a game. So the idea of me playing a game comes after a preconceived subjective idea of what it means for something to be a game, and what it means to play. Ugh. That's not it. So do I think science is real, or do I think you just told something? Thanks. Ah! Okay, I'll get to that. I really want to be able to do this thing right here. Do I think science is real? I think the things that people do within... I think... It's like me saying all the words in the English language are made up, because they are, right? So like what we mean for science to be real. So within that, coming in there. So the people doing science, we're always just told something. That's the thing. We're absolutely always just told something. Coming in there, and then we're told it, and we, come on. No. But I think science is real. I think the people who do science stuff, they do stuff, they can, evaluate different things, and then make a judgment on that. I'm trying to put the words together that I can believe, and then, like, the point that I get it, like, I'm thinking just freely right now. Come here. Go, please. Oh! Damn it. What was that? It was like science stuff. Right. I was going to say, like, I was going to like immediately go to like what I'm used to thinking of when I'm thinking about science, which is that science doesn't actually tell you to do anything. Because like people can go through science and they can be like, hey, we found these things. We found like patterns within shit. Come on, come on, come on. No. Oh, god damn. God damn. I don't even think I'm about to answer that question properly because I'm just so ready to like say that science doesn't like tell you anything. I mean, in terms of like it doesn't tell you what to do after you like discover something or what to call it or anything. Damn it. Come in here. Bring us down there. Bring me over here. Oh! I wasn't ready for that to be good! No, 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 no. Oh. God damn. I should already have done this. I've had two times where I should have had this done. Like, does it make sense if I say, when you say, do I think it's true to eat, if not you will die, or you think there is something someone just saying? Does it make sense if I say both is yes? Yes to both? In that our concept of what it means to eat and everything? Like, based on my understanding, which is probably a general understanding of what it means to eat, and that if you spend enough time not eating, you'll starve to death. Like, I can say yes, but I can also say it's something that we're just told. In that our concept of all those words. Like, if we just change the meaning of it, then it means something different. But yes, I can say, oh, if you have things that we consider food, and then you just don't eat it for long enough, and then you don't drink and everything, you're probably gonna die. Like, yeah. But it's a fact, it's not something that's just made up. Let's go this way. Let's go that way. But the idea of what it means to be a fact has to be created first. The way that we describe it has to be created. Damn it. The words that we're using right now are in the English language, but there are other languages. But the idea of... So that's a whole different... That's another thing. Coming this way. Go over here. Damn. Coming this way. A fact is the same meaning in all languages. Literally not. Literally not true. Come this way. Because if people have a different word to describe something, then it can't be the same thing, can it? It's like how the word we in English is different to we in French. Oh, god damn. Okay, well it works. Go. Okay, thank you. I'm so boned on that. The name a language that fact doesn't mean fact. Hindi. German. Italian. Japanese. Like, basically all of them. I don't know if there's another language that even has the word fact that puts those sounds together to create what that word means. Damn. Because then, if you go into Google Translator, go in German, put fact and what that translates into German, and you say, haha, that's what Germans say is fact or whatever. Then you're gonna have to go through all the German dictionary to find all the other words, but then that is used to then use the definition of whatever fact means in German. Like the German translation of that word. Damn. They translate differently, but the meaning doesn't change. But the idea that it translates to a different sound means that fact isn't fact if it can be something different. Damn. Because we can't be like, oh, Auf Wiedersehen means goodbye, as in like it's the word that they use for goodbye, like when you're waving or whatever. Oh goddamn. Go here. Damn. Where are we going? We're dying so much over here. We literally had this done as well. Okay, that one's down too. Translates differently, but the meaning doesn't change. So what was I saying? I was going to like then use like Wiedersehen and goodbye as an example. What was my reason for doing that? I don't remember my reason for doing that. Ah! Damn, what was my reason for it again? Saying that it means the same thing. Come here. That way. Up there. Oh no, I did not mean to do that. Like a dog might be translated differently, but that doesn't change what it is at the end of the day. It literally changes it. Like it's the same animal. Like our concept of animal, like you're using it based on English language term. So like in another language, if someone calls a dog or something else, then it literally changes what that so-called animal or whatever word is described there. It literally changes what that is. Like I'm guessing that what we're disconnecting on right now is that you're looking at the physical form in that situation, the dog, where I'm just looking at what our identification of the words we're using to identify it are. Like I think we can both agree. We look at a dog and someone in German, and we can be like, "Oh my god, it's a that thing." Like the dog doesn't change, but the idea of what it is changes. Right? You're saying like the physical form. I don't think I was disagreeing with the physical form. I think I was just saying that you could call it something else. You could call a dog a cat and consistently call it a cat, and suddenly it's now a cat because you just changed what you call it. But it doesn't actually change what it is. Damn. You're saying that's true, what we were saying? So, were we just like disagreeing about something we weren't disagreeing about? Damn. You see what I'm You see what I'm talking about? I was literally mentioning that about like some other topic. I think it was literally like the abortion or whatever, where it was like, of me saying, oh, we disagree with each other because we don't take the time to just step back and like be like, where the fuck are you talking from? Where am I talking from? Rather than, what are we even disagreeing about? Like, that's what I mean. It's like we have disagreements with each other and we're not even talking about, like, we're using the same words, but we're talking from like about a different subject somehow, and it's just like we're not even talking about the same thing despite using words that we both think we understand from each other. Like, our usage of those words become different. Oh, I thought I had that. Do I believe in the Christian Bible? I'm guessing you're meaning, I don't. I think the Christian Bible is something that some people who really like Christian values decided to make up, get other people to follow along that stuff, and they said in the name of God because it was a influential thing to say, because if you say that, then it's easier to get people to do what you want. Just like any other religion or any other grouping of people, they will say stuff like that. Yes, I do think it was made up. Do I think that automatically means God doesn't exist? No. I just don't necessarily think it means that. I just think the people who create Christianity and created other things made things up that just suited them at the time. Have I read it? No, but I haven't read a lot of books. It's like religion and everything is ultimately just philosophy, with the usage of something, with the usage of afterlife stuff. I also haven't read the Quran or some Scientology book or anything or other stuff. I didn't mean to do that. Are we even gonna finish one level right now? I literally had this done. Oh. So I can't make a statement on something I don't know about. The idea isn't coming this way. So like, by that argument, would you also be able to say you can't make... Oh, damn. Go this way. People can write stuff that isn't true. The reason I mention that is that the idea that, oh well, if you read the Christian Bible, then you would know these things are all true. But it's like, someone can just make up stories. That's why there are things called fiction. Come this way. Am I saying automatically that things are in there are fiction? Not necessarily. However, come this way. Just because someone writes something on a scripture doesn't automatically mean it's true. Go this way. But also I tend to... yeah, come this way. Doesn't mean it actually happened. Well, that's not good for me. I mean, it would be different if we were not... Come this way. Like my first... like, when it comes to like the Christian Bible, me saying that like, oh, I haven't read it, I don't believe in it, or whatever stuff. Oh, I'm not gonna make that... oh god, wow, I made that. Yeah. Okay then. It's like maybe you've read the Christian Bible. Have you read other religious texts? Have you read other texts? Like even an atheist text? Have you read an agnostic text? To be able to say that they're all wrong as well. Like this is the one that's right. You've read every single religious text in the world. Paganism, Scientology, everything, all the other ones that exist somewhere in the world, no matter how few or many people believe in that. Damn. Okay, let's see what we got. We have died so many times on a level that twice we should have had completed. Oh, that's not great. That's not great over there. Let's see what we got. Go over here. Dang. Oh, 69, nice. I did not come here expecting to be going half an hour on a level. Holy crap. That was just a checkpoint! I wasn't even looking at a dinosaur. You're going to go to school to be a theologist? They're going through like all different types of religions? In that case, I actually have like a YouTube recommendation, which is a YouTube channel called Let's Talk About Religion. So I might not like read YouTube, I mean like, I might not go to read like hard covers of stuff. But like, I have spent time, at least like, actually watching someone, come this way, who will talk about a lot of different religious stuff. Oh my god! Go here. Thank god we made it past that stuff though, man. Damn it. That's fine. I'm just happy to be past the other stuff right now. I know that this is like the ending. Go over there. Whoa! Come on here. Damn. Woo. Okay. Oh, I learned to think about that right there. Bring us down here. Oh. Okay. Up there we go. Up there we go. Down here. Ah! Go over there. Nope. Ah, dang. How long you wanted to be going to school for theology, though? Coming on here. Coming this way. Go down there. See what you got. Uh oh. Ah! Around there. Or up here. Oh! Ah, dang. Okay, so you go this way. You go up there. Oh, dang. Let's go here. I'll have to see that when I get a chance. I know it was something about Newton. Damn. You know Newton said... Okay. Oh. Up this way. Okay, so Newton said something that validated Christianity stuff. Okay, other people said stuff that invalidated it, right? Said stuff that counters that. Come this way. Oh, there. Go here. Go there. There you go, baby. Are you serious? Like, I don't think the idea that, like, Isaac Newton said something, so therefore it's true about everything else. Like, you know? Like, that doesn't convince me of anything right now. I don't even think I ever said a point where I said the Christian view, whatever it is, you know? I didn't even say it was wrong, I just said it isn't automatically right. Come this way. I think that's what I was saying. Come in here. Go. Come on. Purely. Yeah, damn right. Damn right, you. Off we go. Off we go. I think I've just kind of been saying that we can't know for certain what it is. Coming this way. There you go. What I'm saying is there has to be a reason you don't believe the Christian Bible is true. I think that's because I think our versions of truth and false come from a subjective standard that has to be created first. So therefore, because it's a subjective standard and the idea of truth is that it's objective, if it comes from a subjective standard, therefore nothing is ultimately objective, therefore nothing can ultimately be true, but it comes from that. And I didn't even say that I didn't even say everything in the Christian Bible that they would have had there. Okay, let's do this in here. Would have been right or wrong.
Easy, chums. If I was
automatically,
here to fight, you'd be Cactus.
He's with me. Found him lost out there.
Yeah.
Up on the whole time-space, thing.
Yeah, just trying to get home. I was enjoying the retired life, see?
Got it. Our bad guys had to change a heart too.
Bad guy?
Silence, whelp. But sir! You try my patience, Oxide, but... No. I'm sure this insect knows how to obey an order.
Entropy!
Take your ship to planet Bermugula and be on the lookout for ships approaching the Rift Generator. We can't afford any unwanted visitors.
At once, your foulness!
You manage our affairs with such poise.
Naturally. As do you. Ah.
Barf.
Okay then. Yeah, I'm like reading what you're saying, and I'm guessing that at some point, okay, so when it would have been like, you would have asked me like, what? Do I believe stuff in the Christian Bible? I'm guessing I gave like a blanket no, instead of like a I don't know, whatever. Like stuff could be true in there, stuff could not be false in there. I'm guessing I gave like a blanket, I believe this absolutely. I'm guessing that's what I did. I don't even fully remember, but I'm guessing that's what I did. Go here this way. Cover that. How much longer do we go in this game? I'm not sure. Oi! Avoid that, please. Okay, we got that. Up here, go that way. What's this? Ah, that just takes us up. Okay, nice little checkpoint. We have to go over here to run on that. Go over here to... Oh, okay, thank you. There we are. Oh my goodness. Does that... Okay. Oh damn. You don't believe in certain stuff because you see stuff that contradicts itself? Sure, that makes sense. Okay. Come in here. So what you're saying that it kind of requires like a thinking that everything within Christianity would have to be 100% correct all the time. Of course, that would make sense. However, where are we going? Where are we going here? I think the world can be created in a way. I think it doesn't necessarily mean... Okay, come this way. Didn't we go through this yesterday as well? Anyway. Okay then. Coming in this way. Go there. So now you come get that. Come and get this stuff. I think we both established that in terms of absolutely reading stuff, in terms of Christian Bible, it's the story about Jesus' blood and being wine and stuff. It's the idea of him walking on water in the Bible. I'm guessing you got a better idea than me on that. Come this way. Go there. I mean, by your logic, in terms of have I read stuff or not, in terms of its entirety, in terms of anything, have heard any stuff, do I remember exact passages and everything and all that stuff, then by that logic, I can't say that Christianity is right or wrong. I wouldn't be able to say that Quran is right or wrong based on reading the actual, book, scripture. Come that way. Jesus is God, that's why he can walk on water. So what? Jesus went to Mary, said, hey, let me have sex with you so we can create me. I don't think the idea of... Okay, come on. Wait, what am I doing this? Oh, damn. Like, how does it make sense for Jesus and God to be the same entity? Oh. Wow, I actually got through that. Can I please have a checkpoint?
Tractor view enabled.
Okay, come in here. I've heard the story, of course, about, oh, Jesus was hung up on stuff, and then like 3 days later he came back, and that's Easter and stuff. I don't think that makes any sense for a human being. I think a lot of stories, I think there's a very good chance, just thinking about how things are developed, in terms of how stories can be developed. My thinking would be, where are we going? Going over here. Okay, come back. Whoa! Okay, let's go this way. Damn. Okay, we missed that. Like, I feel like if we're talking about Christian... Oh, goddamn. Things that don't make sense. The idea that a God comes down and says, hey, Mary, let me just have sex with you and create my son and everything would be good. Like, if I'm just thinking in my head how that likely would happen, the good chance there might have been someone called God. I don't know. Maybe there wasn't. Like, it just sounds like Mary... It just kind of sounds like Mary was a whore. And just decided to have sex with someone that wasn't her husband. And then had the baby, and then they just came up with a story to, whatever, didn't have sex with Mary, he just impregnated her. Like, that can be the story, but if I'm hearing that, what I'm hearing is, I think there's a good chance that Mary just had sex with a person, and then they just lied, and just said, it just happened, I was just told about it, you know? Yep, that's all it was. It was... Come this way. Go up there. Like, I just think in that story, if there is truth in it would just be that Mary would have just had sex with someone that wasn't Joseph, and then they just made up stories about it. Who knows, maybe it was Joseph, and they just wanted money and shit. And then they were just like, yeah, let's just tell people this little baby's, like, from the creator. Yeah, but the idea that it's like God is... Oh. Okay. Oh my god! You're saying God is not like normal humans. The idea that... Well, yeah, if you're creating a whole thing, the idea was that you're probably not even human. Holy crap, that's a trippy thing to think of. Right there. What I had to do with that? That's not easy. Okay, I have to literally think first. Ooh. There's no guarantee that God is a human. There's no guarantee that the stories... Oh my god. Doing this backwards is screwing with my head here. Damn. Yeah, have you considered the possibility that the idea that he's walking on water isn't true, and they just say shit? Because it's saying like, oh, he's absolutely walked on water. It absolutely happened. It's like, yeah, I could walk on water too if it was like a little... Okay, how am I... Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh! Okay, here? Like, I could walk on water too if you give me like a little platform that has... Give me the checkpoint, please, though. Okay, thank you. Got the checkpoint there. I highly doubt the idea that... Oh, wait, how am I meant to... That had to happen at some point. Swing out there. Okay, now we go. Your idea of Jesus is that Jesus isn't even human. Coming this way. There was a witness that saw him do it, an eyewitness. Do you know the reliability of eyewitness cases, even in today's age? And there's like a very good chance, like, is it not possible? Like, can you conceive of the possibility that this was something that was just made up? Can you conceive of the possibility of that? And then someone was there, and they said, yeah, I saw him do it. Wow. Well, they saw him do it. Damn. Okay, so now we go down. Now up. Down. How do I... Up here. Damn. I once thought that way. You once thought that way until you, what, read the scripture that said it was true? So you thought it could be wrong until the people who said it was true told you otherwise? Like, yeah, doesn't it make sense to say, oh, well, I know it's true because these people wrote about it. There we go. Damn! Go that way. I want to avoid that. Damn! Okay, down you go. We'll get through this. We'll get through this. Damn. Okay, there. Okay. Yeah, they didn't have the technology. What? They didn't have the technology to do stuff. So all they could do was write about it. So like, it's very easy to just write something that didn't happen and then just claim it happened. Like, that would be so much. That would have been so much easier back then. Take care of you. Oh! Come on. Up here. Damn! Like, how accurate is history? Like, how accurate is history? History is written by the winners. It's very easy, I think, to conceive of a possibility where a lot of things, just based on how we are even today, and we come from those people, a lot of stuff wouldn't actually be true. They would have been embellished. There would have been like little half-truths in there that would happen. Okay, come get that. Go there. I have no concept of what God can or cannot do. I don't think any of us can have a full, like, we absolutely know what a God is or isn't. We don't know if a God is a single entity. We don't know God if God is like a conglomeration of it's like a business that just decided, hey, we're like a bunch of like alien scientist shit or whatever. And yes, I'm bringing scientists up on purpose. That just went, hey, let's just like create our own new little thing, and we'll just like call it the universe. Damn! Okay, come that way. Got you. Damn! Okay, you got you down. Yeah, okay. Please let me out of there. Thank you. Thank you very much. I don't have a concept on what a god would have done to tell us how to do anything. Okay, just get rid of that one. Oh, okay, well, oh, Jesus. Go that way. Where are we going? We're going up here? Okay, we're going down there. Okay, then down. Up here? So we're going across. Oh, we need to swing out! Ooh. It's hard to say, like, would a god say, okay, I'm gonna create you, I'm gonna tell you what to do. It's like, okay, so did God create humans to tell humans what to do? Did God create dolphins and tell the dolphins how they're supposed to live, and all the other creatures in the world and how they're meant to live? And if they say, hey, other creatures, humans are the best ones, fuck you, I guess. I mean, when a parent that care about their kid would just create them and not teach them how to live, they could. I mean, it's not... I mean, if they didn't want to, they don't have to, if they if they don't want to. Like, yeah, okay. Like, who's to say what a parent's gonna do? Come that way? Okay. Well, we're going down. I mean, actually, the wording that you have in there saying a parent that cares, like the idea of, like, coming in there. Like, how do they care? We don't... I needed to go down, I didn't even see it. But we're going to finish it! We're almost done with the level. Like, there's lots of different ways that a parent could tell a kid how they're supposed to live. They could tell them, hey, eat lots of biscuits. Don't commit murders. Could tell them opposite stuff. There's lots of different ways a parent could tell a kid how they're supposed to do things. They could tell them, be the gender you were assigned at birth. Don't be the gender. Be whatever gender you want to be. There's lots of different things a parent could do. Yeah, but it's like, specifically a parent that cares for their kid's future. Like, okay, but what does in that parent's mind think that what does it mean for that parent? Like what that parent thinks is good and bad in the world, they're going to try to influence on the people around them, in this case, a kid. So like, it might not be your idea of what's good and bad, it might not be my idea of what's good and bad, it'll be their idea of it. Which could be anything.
If I only hadn't
It could literally
Blaster's teleport with that hair dry function.
I think when we do this level, it's probably done on the day. I don't know how much longer we got. I don't think it's very much. I'm just happy I remembered how to do that. Up here? Okay. Okay, there's that down. Yeah, if they care, they would, of course, because if someone cares, they're going to be invested in something. They would teach them something, but what that something is, like, I don't know what that something's going to be. It's going to be based on what they see in the world, what they think is good and bad, and what's going to be good and bad for them, have their kid. Okay then. Just like God, like, what do you mean? You say just like God. Come this way. Oh. Yeah. Oh, damn, okay. I didn't register that was gonna happen quickly. Okay, so as I'm hearing what you're saying, and it's, oh, a parent would do, if they care, they would teach their kids to do something. So we are like, what, God's kids, so God would tell us to do stuff. Yes, he wouldn't just put us here. Like, maybe this is like a little prison timeout thing for species God doesn't like. Like, there's no guarantee of what a God cares about. There's no guarantee. It's like, it's easy to create something and then just like very quickly be over it and say, that was a bad idea. Like, there's no guarantee of what a God, what it means for what a certain God, whatever that is, what they would have cared about. Okay, we want to avoid that. It's like, then you also have to ask, well, did God take into account that the internet would become a thing? How am I meant to get this thing? Oh! I got a Jellion. Forgot about that. Oh, right. Jelly the people. Jelly the people. Remember to jelly you. Well, I want to get through yo. Holy crap, this looks cool. Take you apart. Nope, goodbye. Goodbye to you. Let me through here. Oh! Come this way. If God didn't like create people, why would he create people? I don't know. Like, there's no guarantee. Like, maybe God does like things. Maybe maybe God likes things, maybe God doesn't, maybe, I don't know, it's like, but it also could say, well, oh, well, God will give suggestions of telling you how to act and stuff. Like, if God tells people how to act, that would kind of lead to the idea that people are just robots designed for things based on God's whim. If God gives us free will and gives us the idea of being able to, like, what God says is just suggestions, and we're able to do other things if it's what's good for us. Okay, where was that idea? Come there. Oh damn. Would I create something I didn't like? I might create something and then find out I didn't like it, but if you're creating something intentionally, it's like it's possible there's a God created people, it's like, hey, this is kind of cool. It's possible that you would create something that you would then, possible to create something that you then say, hey, I want to have full control of this. I don't want it to have free will, so I'm gonna, like, tell it what it's supposed to do at all times. What the hell? I thought you would get jelly. How am I meant to... Okay, that works there. Bop. Okay, there we go, I understood how to do that. Up here. There we go! Holy crap! Oh no! God dang. Oh, we want to avoid you. Boing. Oh! Where am I going here? Am I going... What? Maybe we go over here. Oh, damn. This is what we do. Oh, now oh god, go over here? Okay. Go this way. Oh! Okay, if God didn't like his creation, why would he let them keep being born? Like, it's possible God likes their creation. You know? God likes their creation, wants it to keep going. That's very possible. It's also possible that then the God doesn't give you free will, because if you like your creation, but then you want control over it. You could want that control over it, but then you'd be like, oh my god, let me just... It's like My Little Robot. You know? It's like, we are God's versions of robot. That's what I was talking about before. Holy crap. What do I do here? Damn. Oh, I see. I see. Boing. Come that way. I forgot about that. If you create something, you own it, it doesn't own itself. So does that mean every parent owns their child and therefore we don't even own ourselves? Come this way. Boing. We want to go over here, get that, and then we come over this way. What am I doing here? Oh, no, we go up there. This is what we do. Take care of you. Hit that. Okay, got that. Thank you. Thank you. Over here. Oh, up. Wait for it, wait for it. And you want to go down here? Ah. How am I? Oh, what? Oh, that sucked. Boing. Aye. Oh. Okay. You're saying, what, as humans you don't make your decisions until you're an adult? Well, how long ago was it decided that an adult is at 18 years old? You know? Not like that was what people thought forever. Come this way. Like, I tend to find our concepts of everything just tend to be about convenience for us in the moment, man. We literally jumped over you. Oh my god. Go away. Thank you. There we go. Over here I come. Oh no. Okay, I think I understand. Yes, I think I get it. Boing. Ah! Why should we do things you don't like? Like, why would that just... You're saying that, like, oh, once you become an adult, then you're all good. Like, okay. It's like, why should we... What? Why should we do things if God doesn't like it? Come this way. Like, maybe God does like the things we do. Come this way. Like, we could just be a little, like, television show for him. Or them, or whatever. Go this way. Go that. You got this thing. Like, it's very possible of, like, saying, oh, well, under the age of 18, you don't get your choices. Those aren't your choices. It's like, okay, if those aren't your choices, then you probably shouldn't ever get punished for anything under that age, since it's not your choice to do any of those things. Oh! Oh, not in an ideal placement, that's for sure. Oi! There we go, we did some stuff. Boing? But you're saying he doesn't, though there wouldn't be any consciousness for people's wrong actions. Let's go this way. Okay, wanna bring it down. Up here. Oh, goddamn. I remember there was a point where I was going like, oh, I was going on a point you were making about under the 18 and then over the 18. It's like saying that, it's like you're saying under 18 you have no free will, but over 18 you do for some reason. Because apparently that means you're an adult at that age, but it's like, but then it goes and there wouldn't be consequences for people's wrong actions. Yeah, but then how do you explain how in different countries there are different things that have consequences, and over time at one period in time, homosexuality, there's consequences for that, but nowadays if people are in that, there's no consequence, there's not those consequences, you know? You're saying like God changed his mind, like God can be wrong about things? Coming this way. But I was also going to mention the idea of if people under the age of 18 don't have the decisions, like why would you just be like, okay, they're 18, I'll have them now. Like why wouldn't a god want to like keep control for the whole life? Come this way. Okay, so you're saying those are things people think is okay, but it doesn't mean God thinks it's okay. Okay, but how do you have any idea on what... Like, I don't think you can know what a God thinks okay then. Like, you're just kind of basing it on... You're just taking your view on what you think is good and bad and just placing it on God and saying, well, it's what God would want because it's what I like. Like, that's what you're doing. Which is kind of what we all... Okay, we need that to come over. Because then I'm guessing there's a good chance you're probably saying, well, it's in the Bible and I like the Bible stuff. Like another person's gonna say, yeah, well, I like this other stuff more. Oh, goddamn. Go this way. Up there. Got this. Boing. Avoid that. Up here. I need to take care of this. Okay, then. Oh, we want to jump up, right? Take care of you. Okay, then. Let's see. Go down. Come on. Whoa! You're saying not really if... Wait, I'm trying to get it. Oh my god. Up here? Oh! Oh my god! Avoid that. Up here? Okay, well we got that thing down. Keep it going. I need to bring this over. Yeah, right there. That's a perfect spot. Oh. Over here. Up there. Oh. Okay. Okay. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Go! Yeah!
September 9th, entry 7. Dear Diary, that crash still hasn't gone away.
Oh, now we're going with crash here. Okay. What are you saying? Not really if people do things harm innocent people. But you're kind of putting your idea of what it means for someone to be innocent. Like maybe God sees things and maybe they didn't like that person. They were okay with it. You know, they have a lot of people. Maybe they say, that's enough. What's the matter? It happens. Like you don't know. Like you're basically putting your idea on what's good and bad on God. And then saying, that's what God believes. That's even by saying harming innocent people. But you're just kind of being like, well, God would obviously want things to be the way that I think is good and bad, because why would God want something else? Like, I don't know, because I don't know. Like, why do other people in the world feel like there are things that are good and bad that you believe are different? I don't know. Why do I believe the things I believe? I don't know. When it comes to things we believe and don't, there's always going to be a part where it's like, you're just gonna struggle to explain it. Because going from, when you go to like core values that you have, and you're going backwards and being like, this is number 10 core value, and you work your way backwards, eventually you're gonna reach a point where you can't explain why. Like, you can't there's gonna come a point where that happens. Go that way. Go down. Oh. Go down there. Around here. Up you go. Where are we going? Got this. Okay. Don't need to jump up. Oh, we jump over. Okay. Oh my god. I got there. Holy crap. If I created something, I wouldn't like it if someone came and destroyed it. No, I wouldn't. But there's a good chance that if I create something, why would I want to give it like its own, like why wouldn't I want to control it for myself in all of its actions? If I'm creating something, wouldn't it make sense that I would want to have full control over its actions and that I know exactly what it's going to be doing at all times, so then the one that has the ultimate power of what's happening with it is me? Do I need to double jump to get to the middle? I think so. Okay, we got this. Up here. Ah! We almost had that. I don't know if that's true or not. If I almost had that. Your idea of saying God knows everything and he's the only one that can tell you what's right and wrong basically means that you're basically saying you have no free will on your concept of what's good and bad. So therefore your actions are dictated by something that you have no control on. That you have no ability to even had control on. That no human has had any ability to have control over. Would that be correct? Ah! Oh my god! The fuck do you want me doing here? Oh, you want me to go up? Okay. Ah! Oh my god! Yes! Over. The other side. Go here. Ha 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 ha! Oh! Down. Left. Right. Left. Up. Go here. Avoid that. Avoid that thingy. Go here. Nope. Go this way. Up here. Okay. Checkpoint. Thank you. You're saying people can't control their action. So you're saying they don't have free will. Like before you were saying they do have free will. We can jump over that, right, okay. Oh, we've got you. Okay, so if we jump on the boxes, that'll help us. Okay, understand what the game is telling you. Okay, but if people don't have control on their actions, then I don't have control on what I just did. Because you're saying free will is the ability to do... Wait. Free will is the ability to do what you want to do. That's what you're saying. But if you're saying that people don't have the ability on their actions, if they don't have control on their actions, then they don't have the ability to do what they want to do. Which would make me believe that what you think is that people don't actually have free will, which goes against what you were saying before. Oh, damn. Oh, this is... Yeah, that was gonna be a tricky thing there. Oh, God. Oh, that's not gonna be good. That's not gonna be good for the rest of this stuff. Oh! Get out there. Oh no! No! Not good, not great, not great. That's been better, it's been better, things have been better than that. Oh god! Hey! Oh! 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 No! Oh! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! How the fuck am I getting you down? Oh, avoid that. Damn. Saying free will and not being able to control your actions are two different things. Ow. I don't even understand how that... The idea of free will is being able to control your actions. Like, I don't understand saying... You can't control your actions, but then saying you can do something, you can do what you want to do. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, if you think I'm misrepresenting what you're saying, then say so. But I'm not. But based on my understanding of what you're saying, I don't see how it makes any sense. Go up here. Please get out of there. Oh, can we not die to like a shrimp looking thing? Okay, well we didn't die to that. Just bring me up here. Go. We might have to. Oh! Okay, avoid that stuff. Coming over here. Longer we got on this. Can't be too long, can it? Because I thought we started at Neo Cortex. Down. Right. Oh. Hey, there we go, baby. Okay, that's fine. Okay, we got that. Yeah. Okay, we got that. I'm not even sure how many levels we got done today, but that's probably going to be the crash done there. I think so. So what do we got? That's a flashback, which we can't do. How much longer of the game do we have? That's something I'll have to check, but I think that's going to be Crash Bandicoot done on the day, because I feel like there's potential that we get it, that we finish this game tomorrow. Potential. We'll see how that goes. So hopefully, it'll all be good. Hopefully, it'll be good. I did not expect to be like half an hour on that first level. If we had that done, man. We had that done. I was so surprised that we went that long on it. We did less than I thought we would. But we'll see it next time. Hopefully we can get it done.